Hello guys, how are you? I think we are live. Thank you so much for being here today with me, guys. I hope my sound is good. Please let me know in the chat if you can hear me well. Let's see if there's someone here first. James Tate. Hello everyone. Thank you so much for everything you do. For everyone else, God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you, James, for your comment. And we have Nana here. I'm here, Cryptex. Thank you, Nana, for being here. So today I want to talk about the sticks, the whole staging and posing situation here in the Delphi case is really fascinating to me. I think the sticks is probably the most fascinating element in this case, at least to me, is really weird. We don't know yet why the sticks were placed on the bodies of Abby and Libby. There are some hypotheses there, but I don't think any of them is really satisfactory. So I want to talk about that today. I did a compilation of 8 hypothesis theories, or let's say explanation, potential explanation about the significance of the sticks that the killer or the killers put on the bodies of Abby and Libby. So I have a presentation here that I'm gonna use as a support to present my points. So the first theory here is gonna be, sorry, I'm gonna add the slide here to the, give me just 1 second, guys, too big. No, it's not this one. Sorry for that. Okay, I'm gonna keep it like that. So the first theory or the first hypothesis that the killer he just wanted to mess with the law enforcement. So we know that when there are staging and posing situations or elements in a crime scene, the purpose of the killer is to mislead the investigation. Let's talk about one example here. Let's talk about the murders of Claudia Maupin and Oliver Northup. I think the murders were in 2013. The perpetrator was this guy, Daniel William Marsh. He was born in 1997. I don't know if you remember, guys, this case, but during the interrogatory, well, before going to the interrogatory, this guy, he placed a cell phone into the woman abdomen and a drinking glass into the man abdomen, into the husband abdomen. During the interrogation, he said that he placed the items inside the victims to mess with the people who would later investigate the murders. So he was just messing with the investigators. So what do you think, guys? Do you think this is a potential explanation here for the placement of the sticks on the bodies of the girls, that the killer or the killers were just messing with law enforcement? You let me know in the chat. So that was the first hypothesis here. Let's go to the second one. A hunting ritual. I made a video in my channel. If you follow my channel, I explain what is this about. So to summarize this element, there are two main items here. One of them is the clients As you know, guys, I think that the clients were involved in the crime. And Tony Klein was a hunter. I think at one point of this case, if we do the parallel with the Odinism, when we talk about Odinism, we say that the Odinists they wanted to pass from the animal ritual or the animal sacrifice to the human sacrifice. In the human hunting scenario, it's the same thing. I think that the fantasy of Tony Klein was to pass from the animal hunting to the human hunting. Remember that when his daughter was interviewed by the murder sheet, he told us about that day when Tony Klein was shooting her when she was running in the forest. Is a similar situation like the Alaska killer Robert Hansen, who was hunting girls in Alaska. So the slides here are going to be a little bit random, but I'm going to explain what is this what is this about. So we have the clients and we have a hunting ritual from Germany, and the combination of those two elements are part of this theory. So remember that when Tony Klein was interviewed by Barbara McDonald, he told her that his father, he was 280 pounds, that he's a deer hunter, and he was robust enough to walk through the woods and strong enough to retrieve a deer. So that was a really interesting statement. Again, we have the hunting scenario here. Now let's go to the German hunting ritual. So we have a German hunter here. He just killed the deer, and he's placing branches on the animal. This is part of the ritual. When they kill a deer or an animal, they place branches or twigs on that animal. Let's continue with the slides. Give me just 1 second here, guys. So this is important. In that ritual, there's something called Anschussbruch or shot branch. So a branch is put into the ground at the point where the deer sustained a wound, an injury. And remember that in the case of Abby and Libby, the perpetrator or the murderers, they put sticks on the throats of the victims, on the throats of Abby and Libby. So this is consistent with this German hunting ritual. Let's say we are talking about the injury, right? And the place where the stick is put. So we have here 2 deers that were just killed, and the branches on them is a little bit similar to the disposition of Abby and Libby, how the bodies were left at the crime scene. So we have 2 deers here with branches on them. There's some similarity there, in my opinion. Couple of slides here. So this was the second hypothesis. The first one was that the killer wanted to mess with the investigators. The second one was the hunting, the human hunting scenario. This is a picture of Keegan Klein at his house the day the search warrant was performed, and we can see the paraphernalia, the hunting items here. So again, just to wrap up, we have the clients, the hunting afición of Tony Klein, the psychology of Tony Klein that was, in my opinion, he was trying to pass from the animal hunting to the human hunting, the testimony of his daughter, points to that. He was shooting her in the forest. So, and if we do the combination of that situation with the German hunting ritual, that could be a second hypothesis. Let me go a little bit to the chat. We have Junior Johnson. How are you, Junior? Thank you so much for being here. And Nana is back. You can comment, guys, in the chat if you think these hypotheses or explanations are likely, probable, unlikely. Just let me know, guys. What do you think about this? Now, the third hypothesis or the third explanation is about undoing. So we know that undoing is when the offender tries to symbolically reverse a crime. So here we talk about remorse, right? Usually when we talk about undoing, the offender, he has a close association with the victim or the victims. I don't think if Richard Allen was the murderer or the killer, I don't think he had any connection to the victims. At least we don't know that. So that is an indication that maybe undoing was not the case here. And we have here a couple of examples of undoing. Painting the face of the victim, covering the body with flowers, jewelry, or personal belongings, folding the hands of the victim. Folding the hands of the victim could be similar to the disposition of or the way Abby was placed. Her hands were kind of folded, so that could be consistent with undoing, right? The problem I see here is that I don't see any remorse when we see the picture or the crime scene picture. Just the way Libby was left of the crime scene, there's no remorse there. And I don't think we can talk about partial undoing. Undoing is a general thing. I don't think undoing was the situation here. Anyway, that was the third hypothesis. Junior, I'm going to bed. Have a good show. I think he was just trying to cover the bodies. That's my next point, but I don't think that's the case. And let's see that. So that's the fourth hypothesis, the fourth explanation I have here. Concealing the bodies. I don't see it. I don't see it. If that was an attempt to conceal the bodies, it was the worst attempt ever. And just the geometric arrangement of the sticks, to me, that's not. It's just impossible. I don't buy it. It was not an attempt to hide the bodies or to conceal the bodies. There are better ways to do that and easier ways. They could just take leaves from the ground and cover the bodies or put more sticks, but this geometrical distribution of sticks on the bodies, no way, impossible to me. It was not an attempt to conceal the bodies. Nana says, I think they just cover the bodies quickly, but someone has a fantasy. But my problem there is the geometric pattern, the geometrical pattern there, the fact that the sticks were placed on the necks of the victims, to me really is not an undoing. There's a symbolism there, and it's not a concealing attempt. Sorry, I don't see it. But anyway, I respect your opinion, guys, if you think that was the case, but I don't see it here. Let's go with the next one. What if that arrangement of sticks was an actual signature? And what I mean by that is like an actual name that the killer was trying to form on the bodies. And let's remember BTK here. So remember that BTK, his signature, one of his signatures was actually his alias, BT and K. So B by binding, T by torture, and K by killing. So that was the signature used by BTK. So just a random thought, maybe in the Delphi case, that arrangement of sticks, that could be the same type of thing. What if it was a signature of the killer? What if he's trying to say, hey, this is me, this is the person who committed the crime, try to figure out what is my name. The number 6 is the Odinist explanation, which is one of the main theories here in this case. We know that, but I don't have too much to add. All of us, we know what is this about. I just wanted to put again here the picture that was posted by Brad Holder in Facebook. That is really creepy, and it's very similar, in my opinion, to the crime scene in Delphi. We have two girls. We have a big branch here about this girl, very similar to what happened to Libby. Of course, it's not exactly, but it's really similar, in my opinion. Especially here. Look at this girl here. His right left leg was like folded. Same thing as Abby's. The position of her hand also like praying, like folded, similar to Abby's. There's a stick here, like going on the neck. I don't know. I see a lot of similarities here, and this is a really creepy picture. So I know that a lot of people say that Odinism is bullshit. I think that is, we cannot discard it, but anyway, we see here also like a guy at this area of the picture. If it looks like he's posing there also, like he's proud of that crime, let's say. I don't know if we know if these girls are alive or not. I hope they are alive. I don't know, guys, if you know about that, but it's really weird. It's creepy. It's very similar to the crime scene of Delphi. So Odinism was the sixth hypothesis I have here for the placement of the sticks. Now, let's go with the number 7. What if this is about Satanism? Let me explain that. We have the example of Janet De Palma. She was murdered, and there were sticks placed on her body, and her crime was related to Satanism. Let me continue with the slides here to explain better the case. This is a redacted crime scene picture. There were some sticks there. So at the time when the investigators were investigating the crime, they were looking to witchcraft, to Satanism. Let me continue. She was 16 at the time of the murder. The crime happened in 1972, close to New York City. So the killer was never identified, sadly. And the interesting thing here is that they were sticks placed around her head in an eerie manner. According to the police, there were also like wooden crosses made from sticks, and they were looking into black witchcraft and Satan worship. So that was the hypothesis number 7 here, guys. I put 8 in the title of the video, but there were actually 7. So I don't know, guys, if you have any comment in the chat. Let me know if which one of those 7 hypotheses I just presented is, according to you, the most probable in the Delphi case, or if you have another different theory or explanation that was not presented. Let me see in the chat. I don't think there are too many comments. So if you watch the replay, guys, please let me your comments in the comment section. Remember to hit the like if you enjoyed the video, to subscribe. Okay, we have here a comment from Nana. Thank you, Nana, for that. A lot of weird things are going on the black web. That do you think? Yeah, when you talk about the deep web, actually, when we talk about Keegan Klein, one of the theories here is that Keegan was working or acting in the dark web, that he was maybe selling pictures there. And what if I missed one of the hypotheses here in my video, snuff. So one of the hypotheses that this was snuff related, there were imprints like of a tripod that was found at the crime scene too. That's an indication that there was something taking pictures there. And what if, let's say, if the clients were actually involved, maybe they were selling those pictures in the dark web. Yeah, you're right, Nana. I forgot about that. Nana says Vegas Klein. Yeah, Vegas, right. Cindy Lin. Hello, Cindy. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. Let me just, I'm just trying to, I have a little bit of trouble here with my YouTube window. Give me just 1 second, guys. I'm gonna try to close that. Okay, I think I have it. So, Cindy, you said that Sleuth Intuition, he said something interesting about the sticks. Camouflage more than cover. I think the undoing is interesting as well. Camouflage. I don't see any camouflage there for real at all. I respect Sleuth's opinion, but camouflage, I don't see any camouflage. If the idea was to camouflage, to do any camouflage situation there, it was easier to put leaves. I know that you are doing the distinction between camouflage and covering, but I really don't see it. I don't see it at all. And when you do camouflage, you don't camouflage. You don't do that in a geometrical pattern. One of the weird things here is when you see the crime scene picture, there are sticks that are placed one above the other, and it's like they are balancing. They are like an equilibrium, you know. That is really weird. So it's just blows my mind. So in my opinion, that's not related to camouflage. It is. Sometimes I think that the killer was just enjoying the final moment, that he was just prolonging the moment, doing like trying to play with the victims. He just killed them, and it's over. What do? I want to be with you a little bit more, So maybe he was just enjoying the final moment before leaving. I don't know. We have Pamok no week. Okay. He says, thank you. Libby had $1 million insurance policy on her head. Her only step grandpa, I believe, adopted her, then put $1 million insurance policy on her. But is a press company in. But I don't know anything about the insurance situation here, and I really don't want to go into that rabbit hole. But look, anything is possible. I'm not going to discard anything here, but let's try to be respectful with the families, guys. I don't think that's actually a likely scenario here. So Cindy says maybe cryptex. Yeah, again, the more I think about this, the more I believe that the killer was just trying to enjoy the time with the girls, like playing with the bodies and enjoying the last couple of minutes he had before leaving the area. And it's really, if Richard Allen is the killer and is the only killer, which I doubt, I really think there were multiple perpetrators here, but if Richard Allen is the killer, I don't think it was his first crime. And I don't know if I know that there's a hypothesis there about Jordan's offer. So maybe there's a connection between Jordan's offer and the Delphi murders, the Delphi crimes. Whether it's Richard Allen or another murderer, there's maybe a connection there. But the other time we had here Hoosier cold cases, and he was talking about how weird is to have a murderer, a killer like Richard Allen, if he was the killer, committing his first crime at his age. This is really, how can I say, out of the ordinary, like an out of trend. It's really interesting. Even if we can think about escalating, that he had some violent situations in the past, and at one point he could just being escalating that violence and finally committing the crime, I think is unlikely. Whether he is the killer, and if he is the killer, I'm sure he committed a crime before, or if he's not the killer, or he's not the killer. That's it. That's my take. But anyway, or he was involved. Now, actually, my theory is that he was involved, but he was not necessarily the murderer. And as you know, guys, I think that the clients were involved here, especially Tony Klein committing the actual crime. Nana, things were left out of the evidence. Think about the bigger picture. What do you mean, Nana? I don't think I understand properly your comment. But yeah. Also, I don't know if alcohol could be a factor. When you are drinking, and if you drink too much, you are able to do things that you cannot do in your normal state because you are not brave enough to do that. You have like an inhibition, let's say. But he was talking about three kind of beers. I don't think you are drunk enough to turn into a monster after three beers. So I don't know. I think I think he's involved. I think the problem was the lack of cell phone. We don't know where his cell phone was. The lack of alibi, and that points to me to his involvement here. But there are multiple elements also in this case that tell me that he's not the only one. Ironically, one of his confessions to me indicates to me that he was not the only one. And if you remember, he said that I committed this crime only by myself. No one else was there with me. This is weird. This is a weird statement. This is forced. You never say that when you are confessing something. If I ask you, Nana, where were you 2 hours ago? You're gonna tell me I was at the supermarket. You're gonna tell me I was at the supermarket with my mother, but you don't tell me I was at the supermarket alone by myself. No one else was with me. This doesn't work. It doesn't make sense. So just that element is super important, in my opinion, to conclude that he was not the only one here. And it's just one of 200 elements. We have two different type of weapons. We have two different disposition of the bodies at the crime scene, and we can just continue. No drag marks at the crime scene. A lot of stuff that just doesn't add up. But anyway, I don't think we're gonna know the answers at one point. And I was really disappointed about Keegan Klein not presenting his testimony during the process. But it is what it is. So I don't know, guys. I think I'm just gonna end the live here. Thank you so much for being here tonight with me. Thank you, Nana, James, Junior, Cindy. Please remember to hit the like, to share the video, to subscribe, to join the channel, to support the channel, and stay in touch, guys. Thank you. See you.